On today's Christmas spot, we're going to be having a look at the Neca Gremlins. We're looking at Series 1, Lenny. Lenny features Poseable Eyes, very similar to what Gizmo had. Again, nothing really to be said about the package. It's just a solid white. You can see that there's, if you can see it, there's a gremlin at the background there. I like it. I like it. Picture of Lenny down below as well. Looks a little off, but well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. On the back of the package, roll trackball to move Mogwai eyes 360 degrees. That's a rather creepy looking picture right there. Looks like something you would see from Exorcist. Down below, collect them all. Got Gizmo, George, and Lenny from Series 1. And then coming soon, we'll be getting Daffy, Combat Gizmo, which is the one I really want to get, and also Mohawk, which is another one I'd really like to get. Very, very cool set, though. Well, you know how much I like the Gizmo. Can't wait to get this guy opened up, though, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself, take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this opened up. We are going to have a better look at Lenny. There's more magic on the way, guys. Stay tuned. Again, like compared to the original Gremlins figures that Neca had done several years ago, the new line is definitely leaps and bounds beyond anything that they had done in the past. The sculpt on these guys is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I took the liberty of keeping the trackball, the little piece of paper in there from, I kept it inside the head. We'll just take it out there just to show you guys. Oh, there we go. If it wasn't done before, I'm sure doing that's not gonna help. We zoom in. First of all, we get a look at his face. He's a little clueless. You know, in fact, I don't know. I work with a couple of people that kind of have this look on their face. Just kind of not even sure what's going on. Just. Anyways, when you take the piece of paper out, you can then move the trackball freely, which then controls his eyes. Now it seems to me that only one eye is moving. I don't know if that should be right. Perhaps that really is the case because his eyes are off from one another. You would think though that the other eye should be moving. Maybe my eye is just stuck. If you have this toy, certainly let me know down below if you have this issue. I'm not going to certainly lose sleep over it because, well, really, I like the fact that the eyes do move, but it's not enough that I'm going to lose sleep over it if if I can't get the feature to work. The sculpt though is still pretty spectacular on Lenny here. The coloring is top notch. I think the coloring seems a little off from what he did in the movie. Seems just a little too light on the brown, but I don't know. The mouth and the teeth, I think, are still top notch. You almost wonder what's going on in that head of his, eh? Probably a whole lot of nothing. He has what looks to be about the same standard body. In fact, I'll bring Gizmo in. He's not actually the exact same body as Gizmo, although I'm convinced they probably share similar legs and similar arms. Look how cute Gizmo looks. One thing I like too is the fact that scale-wise, Lenny is taller. And so it just wasn't a simple case where they had actually used the exact same body. In fact, you know what they could have easily done? They could have easily used this body part and like this torso and this torso and then just simply added on this extra piece at the top to give them that extra bit of height. I'm kind of looking at it, and it seems like their torsos are very, very similar to one another. Anyways, we'll move Gizmo out of the way here. In the way of Lenny's articulation, it would be the same as Gizmo. He would have a very satisfying ball-jointed head. In fact, there's very few figures that I've come across so far that have as freely of a ball-jointed head as the Gremlin figures. He's also got ball-jointed ears, which you can have posed in many different positions. Being that he's a little dumb, I probably will have his ears down. I'll probably have his ears down like that. He's got ball jointed shoulders. Now, the arms themselves are ball jointed, but the shoulders do get in the way quite a bit. You can move them, but not really a lot. He's also got what looks to be a ball jointed forearm, a ball jointed hand, all of which allowing you to get, at least in the arm aspect of it, a lot of movement. In the shoulder area, probably not so much. It doesn't look like he's got any movement here, so again, this is just an added piece to the top of the torso. And he also has a swivel in the legs, and I think, no, the feet are attached, so we've just got the forward and back. You can probably you can rotate them ever so slightly too, but I don't know if you're seeing that. I'm kind of having an issue where I'm getting paint flaking off of Lenny. It probably won't be ongoing. I'm sure just the initial, getting these joints loosened up, you might notice a little bit of paint that comes off of these figures. Still, Lenny is just a fantastic figure. I wouldn't say necessarily a must-have if you're collecting the Gremlins figures. I would personally say that the real one to get is the Gizmo, the Combat Gizmo, and of course the Mohawk. But if you are a completionist, you know what, let's bring him in again. If you are a completionist and hey, you want a whole shelf of Mogwais, then Lenny definitely is one that you'd want to add to that collection. I love the Gizmo. The Lenny is good though. I do like the Lenny. Lenny's going to get a very magical 7.5. You know what? No. It's the Christmas season. We're going to give him an 8. Lenny's totally going to get an 8. It doesn't really matter. He probably won't even know what we're doing anyways. The only issue is really the trackball in the eye, and I really want to look into it, see if maybe it is only intended on the one eye, because this eye clearly is not moving at all. But still, an 8 for Lenny. Today's Christmas spot, we were having a look at the NECA Gremlins Series 1 figures. Today we were looking at Mogwai Lenny. So glueless. Thank you guys for watching. As you always do, stay tuned for more Christmas spots to come, and I will see you guys next time.